Welcome back. Going to take a couple minutes today. I'm going to introduce you guys to the fleet. Last time we did some maintenance on my wife's ML63, so I did a little bit of an overview then. So I'll start with that one, go into a little bit more detail, and continue down the list of all the vehicles currently in the fleet. So hers is named Sugar Daddy. You can tell because the way that it is. And also, I don't think I explained the whole Sugar Daddy name very well on Amanda's Mercedes. So I got mine first, and pretty much right out of the gate knew its name was going to be Soccer Mom. So then when she got hers, I wanted something like, you know, to play off of that, and tossed around some ideas and came up with Sugar Daddy. You know, I think it's pretty funny. She probably doesn't think it's very funny, but she's got a good sense of humor about it. When I was doing the maintenance video on her vehicle, one thing I forgot to mention, the AMG vehicles from this era anyways, I don't think they're still like this, but this era, the engines were all hand built by a single person, and they all get a plaque with the engine builder's name on it. So her 5.5 liter twin turbo V8 was built by N. Bongari, maybe? Bongart? I don't know. We are inside of her rig now. Tell you a little bit about it. It's still a little dirty from our road trip, but go over some of the features and whatnots. So pretty standard stuff from a vehicle of this era. Obviously dual climate control. This one does have heated and cooled cup holders. This one does have the Bang & Olufsen stereo. So it's got the tweeters up there in the door that look a little different than normal. So hers does have, hopefully you can see that, it's probably dark. Hers does have rear heat controls and then heated seats. Mine does not have any of that, the heated seats or the rear controls. The rear Bang & Olufsen tweeters. The window sticker for hers, I was able to get this offline somewhere. I think I just googled like window sticker creator or something like that, like $5 or $7, not bad. Of course, being the cheap ass that I am, I looked for free options. I was not able to find any, but I did find this one. Like I said, I think it was like $5 or something. I will tell you that I'm going to put the link down in the descriptions, but I'm probably not going to because A, I don't know how, and B, I'm lazy and will probably forget to anyways. I'll try to figure it out. We'll see. Base price without any of the extra options is $97,250. And then hers was optioned with the 21-inch AMG twin 5-spoke wheels for $1,600. Black paint, $720. So hers does have the AMG performance package, 550 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque. Different steering wheel. It's got the flat bottom steering wheel. Hand grips, I don't know what that means, but it's got those. They all come with the 5.5 liter twin turbo. The performance package just increases the power. Top speed raised to 174 miles per hour. And then the red brake calipers. I think they're bigger calipers with the performance package as well. Don't quote me on that, but I think. And then hers also has the driver assistance package, which is $1,950. Oh, I'm sorry, the performance package, $6,550. Driver assistance package, $1,950. And so it's got Distronic Plus with pre-safe brake. That is their dynamic cruise control. Active blind spot assist, active lane keeping assist, which I hate and turn off. And then driver assist package, 7,200 pound class 3 towing hitch, $575. the panoramic sunroof, $1,090, and multi-contour driver passenger seats with massage and comfort headrest, $1,100 for those. And then hers also has pre-wiring for rear seat entertainment, $170. Heated rear seats, $620. Special order option charge, $250. And it does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, like I said, $6,400 option. And then hers has the soft closed doors, $550. And then the shipping charge, that brings the MSRP total when new, $119,760. So yeah, that is a rundown on Amanda's ML63, codename Sugar Daddy. This is my Mercedes. We will call this one Soccer Mom. And same powertrain, 5.5 liter twin turbo. Mine does have a tune on it. I also, when I got back home from doing that, I put the ECU back in, and then also had to put colder plugs in, which I wish I was doing YouTube then. That would have been a good video. But they are definitely a pain in the butt. The air boxes have to come off, all this top stuff, and then they are down along the side and like on the bottom. So the injectors are up top, and then the coil packs and plugs are down below. And like especially back here on the passenger side was the worst. It's really tight back there. Driver side, not so bad. Definitely tight still, but there was a little bit more room. And then I also had a couple of coils that were starting to go out. I had a misfire issue, so I replaced all the coils and the plugs at the same time. But yeah, so now with the tune, say like 715 horse and 775 or 780, I don't remember exactly, torque doggers, but mine was put together by Nerdan Crusher. I can't read his last name. You make it out however you want. But so yeah, that's under the hood of Soccer Mom. Okay, fun story. Mine earned the name Soccer Mom pretty much right out of the gate. So when I searched these vehicles for quite a while after I decided that's what I wanted to get, and I flew to Portland and bought mine. They're hard to find around here, so I've never even seen one in person. I never drove one, obviously. I went out there and test drove this, and I was in there with the salesman, and I made the comment like, oh, this is like the perfect Soccer Mom rig or something like that. And you know, I laughed and he laughed, and just became Soccer Mom ever since then. All right, so inside of mine, pretty much the same thing as hers. Mine does have a bigger screen. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and all that stuff. I don't know if I showed you that on hers, but the performance package does have the flat bottom steering wheel. Gauges and stuff are obviously all the same. Heated, cooled cup holders. Mine does have white interior. They call it something porcelain maybe or something like that. But yeah, other than that, I do not have the Bang & Olufsen stereo. I have the regular Harman Kardon back seat area. I do not have the rear climate control, heated seats. What is that? Ashtray maybe? I don't spend a whole lot of time back here, but another cubby. But yeah, the rear of mine, white interior. I think it looks really good with the white interior, but that's just my opinion. And here is the window sticker for mine. Same drivetrain and everything. 7-speed automatic transmission. Fun fact, when these came out, they were the fastest shifting automatic transmission at the time. So that's pretty fun. but mine's a year newer, so the base MSRP is a little higher, $98,400. So the same 21-inch AMG black twin 5-spoke wheels, $2,110. Apparently not an upcharge for the paint. Porcelain Napa leather. AMG performance package, $6,550. Mine also has the driver assistance package, $1,950. Power tilt sliding panoramic sunroof, $1,090. Same driver passenger multi-contour seats with massage, $1,100. Mine has the poplar wood trim, $160. Oh, and I forgot to show you that when I was inside. Mine has the dynamic headliner. It's like a Alcantara headliner, $1,920. Shipping charge, and then the original MSRP with option, $114,205. Yeah, so that's a bit of a summary on mine. We are still kind of winterish here in middle of nowhere, Nebraska. I believe Puxafani Phil, or whatever his name is, the groundhog, when he came out of his house on Gobbler's Knob or wherever he lives, I don't know. Anyways, he's seen a shadow. So 6 more weeks of winter. Once it does finally get warmed up a little bit, gets nice out, we will take her out and you know, test on her a little bit, make sure still runs good after sitting all winter. I do come out here and start it up. I like to start at least once a month, let it get up to temp, keep everything moving and all that stuff. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I do it. And then I also keep a battery tender on it, you know, all that fun stuff, which you're supposed to do when vehicles are in storage. So yeah, it just sits all winter. Definitely a summer fair weather vehicle. And as soon as that time gets here, we'll go do some fun stuff with it. So this is my 2007 BMW 335 Xi. I've had this thing for quite a while, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Bought it from a buddy of mine. It's a full bolt-on car. So these have I think the engine code is a N54. So it is a twin turbo. I call it a slant 6. I think they call it a straight 6, but it's at a slant. So either way, twin turbo, inline 6. I think they're factory rated for like 300 horsepower. Like I said, this is a full bolt-on car, but it's got downpipes. Definitely not catless downpipes though, because that would be illegal. So it's got downpipes, factory exhaust after that, bigger front mount intercooler, tune obviously, cold air intake-ish, different charge tube, different blow-off valve. I'm probably forgetting some stuff, but all right, so editing the video, and notice a couple things I forgot to mention. So the BMW, with being full bolt-on and the tune and stuff, should be right around 450 horsepower, or I mean was when it ran good. Now it's probably 72 maybe. I daily drove this car for a long time, and then actually one day coming home from work, front drive shaft let loose. The U-joint, basically, I think they call them something else, but basically like a U-joint came apart, and the drive shaft actually swung over, smacked the transmission pan, and lost all my transmission fluid. Pulled it off to the side of the road, shut it off. Called my wonderful wife at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. She came and got me. Anyway, so it was out of commission for a while. I did finally get that stuff fixed on it. Then my youngest daughter drove it for a while. It was her first car because, you know, a 450 horse all-wheel drive BMW should be everybody's first car. Then it started having some issues. The 07 is the first year, or one of the first years for the N54. The later ones have updated injectors. I think they call them Index 11 or Series 11 or something like that. But they are stupid expensive. I think new ones are like $350 a piece. You can get a set of used ones, the Index 11 or Series 11 or whatever they are. They're like $1,800. You know, and I thought about doing it, but there's so many other issues with this car. I mean, it's it's got more issues than, you know, Jay-Z when he dropped the Black Album or whatever. So it's got, you know, struts that are out. It has a wheel bearing that's out. The injectors, obviously. So I've been driving it actually, just with the misfire, just back and forth to work. And then last time I drove it, the transmission started doing some weird stuff. It was super cold out. I think like -20, -30 wind chill. So I'm hoping that had something to do with it. I got it home and I haven't drove it since. Now that it's a little nicer out, I'll probably try driving it again. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure what size they are. I think they're a 3-liter, either a 3-liter or 3.2 liter. The turbos sit down here on this side, 2 sushi slicers down there. Definitely needs to be clean. This thing is filthy. Intake, charge pipe, all that stuff. Pretty fun car back in the day. Definitely surprised a lot of people. That's the no-name BMW. The drive shaft that I talked about definitely did not break, you know, because of boost launches or anything like that. I don't even know if it could do that. I would imagine if it could, it would be a lot of fun though. It's got so many warning lights. Washer fluid low, obviously. It's got this one 3 times, tire pressure sensor. That one again, danger, probably. Another light one. It's bad. Location number 2 for vehicle storage, and this is Mistress. Amanda actually named her. It is a 2006 Chrysler 300C SRT8. I've had this thing, oh man, I've actually owned this twice. I bought it, it was probably 5 or 6 years old when I bought it the first time, so 2010, 2009, somewhere in there. But yeah, I had it for 5 years and got bored with it and sold it. Then, it was probably like 3 years later, the guy that I sold it to actually had it on Marketplace. So I got a hold of him, I went and test drove it, and I ended up buying it back, and here it sits. So this, since it's an SRT8, has the 6.1 liter Hemi in it. I think they make 425 horsepower, 420 torque doggers. Definitely a fun car. It's pretty well stock. It has catback exhaust. I don't remember what the brand is. Cold air intake. I think that's it, honestly. It doesn't have a tune or anything like that. It needs one, but doesn't. And actually, 2 years ago, I drove it to California, and partway there, I pulled over off to a lookout, and it kind of sounded like it had an exhaust leak. It had a real slight tick. Following morning, I think that night or that day, I made it to Missoula, Montana, 94.3, the zoo. Anyway, made it there, slept for a few hours at a rest stop, and the next morning when I fired it up, it sounded terrible. So I did some research, and I think what happened, a pretty common problem on these, they used junk needle bearings in the roller bearings on the lifters, and I think one of them went out, so it's probably in the process of wiping out the cam lobe, all that fun stuff. So I finished driving it. I went to see my daughter in Southern California. Made it there. I did put a bottle of engine flush in it, changed oil and stuff, and of course it did not help. And actually I drove it all the way back home like that. Every gas station I pulled into, people looked at me pretty strange, but made it home, and it's actually been sitting ever since. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's a nice car. It's in really good shape. I'll get you inside and show you the interior in a little bit. Really good shape. I think it has 130,000 miles on it, something like that. But they just ain't worth a lot, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's worth putting the time, money, and effort into fixing it. It's way too nice. I don't, want to junk it, obviously. So that's why it's sitting in the corner of the storage unit for now, and we're gonna figure out what to do with it. Underneath the hood on the 300, it's got, like I said, the 6.1 liter Hemi, 425 horse, 420 torque doggers. Like I said, it does have the cold air intake, K&N cold air, and then it's got a catback exhaust. So yeah, I hope you can hear me, but fired right up. That's what she sounds like, unfortunately. Pull it, tear it down, and put a big lumpy cam in it. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What should I do with this thing? Definitely a very nice car. Sounds good, minus the tip. We'll go inside and I'll show you what that looks like too. Alright, so inside the 300, definitely a very nice car, especially for how old it is. It's getting a little dated, but it's got nice factory Recaro seats, leather with Alcantara or suede inserts. This one is optioned out pretty nice. It's got a rear entertainment system. It's got a TV, for the kiddos back there. And this one actually, it's got the kicker stereo. I don't know if you can see that, it's dark back here, but factory installed kicker subwoofer. Yeah, the SRTs were pretty nice. I don't know, what do you think? What should I do with it? Does it need to be fixed? Let me know. Next vehicle we're going to talk about in the fleet is El Dropo, and obviously called El Dropo for a reason. This is a 2005 Chevy Colorado. on full air ride. It's 4-linked in the back, drop spindles up front, airbags obviously all the way around. But it's a project. It's fun to drive. Gets attention everywhere it goes. It's got a bunch of stuff shaved, obviously shaved door handles. The tailgate and roll pan is shaved. For whatever reason, they decided not to shave the fuel filter, even though the tank is not there, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, other than that, it's completely stock drivetrain. It has a 4-cylinder, 5-speed manual. I'm not even sure what size the 4-cylinder is. I know they come with either a 4 or a 5-cylinder. It's probably like a 2.2 liter, 2.4 liter, something like that, I would imagine. Has to make at least 68 horsepower. That don't matter, it's a lowrider. It's not supposed to be fast. Definitely fun. But yeah, it's got door poppers because shaved handles, you know. So that's pretty cool when they work. There we go. See? Yeah. All right, inside the lowrider. Like I said, just a manual. Not real crazy about the shift knob either. Looks like some kind of torture device. But yeah, all this green skulls and crossbones probably, and the A-pillar gauge was pretty janky. I think it maybe had some carpet on it or something. So I built a new one. I just got a universal 3-pod pillar, and I got new A-pillars, just a plastic, and then I molded this onto a factory one. It does have a stereo in it. It's got some tweeters up there, tweeter over there. Does have a sub back there, just a kicker, 12 and a ported box. But yeah, nothing too fancy. Here's the switches for front and back for the air. It doesn't have side to side or anything, just front and back. Yeah, pretty basic. It's got an aftermarket steering wheel. She rides with everywhere we go. And underneath the hood, like I said, pretty well stock. It does have a cold air intake, or you know, whatever you want to call that. It does have metal fender wells in it. I'm assuming they did that when they built it. Some of the stuff I painted green, you know, just to make it match the inside. A bone stock, a little 4-cylinder. There's the wire going back for the stereo. I think at one time it had a pretty decent stereo in it. It's all dyno matted and stuff like that. It does have some Rockford Fosgate components in it, and I put the sub in there and the tweeters and stuff like that. But yeah, it's El Dropo. Oh yeah, forgot to mention. So the gauges, I have a volt gauge up there, just because of the stereo and the air compressor and stuff like that. Keep an eye on. And then I have 2 pressure gauges. Go. Oh, but yeah, she's got 170,000 miles on it almost. I did have to crank it over a couple times to get it to start. I left it, you know, sit with the battery unhooked and stuff, so I'm gonna have to redo all that. But compressor's running. Compressor kicked on right away. So yeah, that is El Dropo, the 05 Chevy Colorado. Welcome back. We are at the 3rd and final location that I have to keep all my junk stored. We are at the cabin. It has a tiny, tiny tuck under garage. About the only thing that will fit in here is the RZR, so that's where I keep it. This is a 2017 Polaris RZR. It is the XPT or turbo. So this has a inline 2-cylinder, 925 cc. I think they're rated at 170 horsepower. This thing has some stuff done to it. It's not crazy. So it's got a, I think they call it like a stage 6 tune. So it's running E85. I also have a like stage 2 or stage 3. I think it's stage 2 tune for 91. But anyways, I run E85 in it most of the time. It does have upgraded fuel pump and injectors. You don't need them to run E85, but the factory Polaris units are garbage and they went out. So I replaced both those when I tuned it to E85. It also has a full aluminum welded watered air intercooler. Again, not because it needed one, but because the factory Polaris uses like a pressed together unit that sits in the intake, and of course it started leaking. So I replaced that. I don't remember what brand that guy is, but nice welded up all aluminum unit. Hopefully it won't leak. It also has a clutch kit. That is from Aftermarket Assassins. Blow off valve. Got a Polaris winch on it, and I did put a drop roll cage on it. So normally in the back they stick up like this far, and I think they look stupid. So this one's got a dropped roof on it, roll cage. Light bar, of course, MB quartz, full Bluetooth stereo in it. It's got speakers up front. I don't know if you can see it, but wake tower speakers back here. Then it also has the subwoofer, which is where the glove box used to be. So pretty legit stereo. We definitely, Olivia and I take this thing out. Sand is my favorite thing to ride. I have a full set of sand paddles with front mohawks. I have these, they're like a mud rock tire. And then I also have the factory set of wheels and bighorn tires. So yeah, we like to take it to Oklahoma, to the sand dunes. That's one of our favorite spots. And then we also like to go to the Black Hills. There's miles and miles of trails out there, old logging trails. There's some rock crawling and stuff like that. So those are two favorite places to go. While I got you, I probably won't show you, but both my girls, Paris is my oldest and Olivia is my youngest, they both drive Ford Fusions. Paris has a white 2017 Ford Fusion. Hers has the 1.5 EcoBoost in it. Gets really good mileage, and it's not too terrible. I mean, it's not fast or anything, but her name is Lola because that's what she named her. And then Olivia, she has a 2018 black Ford Fusion. Hers is the hybrid, so it has a 2-liter inline 4, naturally aspirated, and then it also has the electric hybrid motor and stuff like that. And hers is called Black Liba because her nickname is Liba and her car is black, so it's Black Liba. So Lola and Black Liba. The RZR sadly does not have a name. I just call it the RZR. If I were to name it, it would probably be Christine, because if any of my vehicles are going to kill me, it would probably be this thing. But definitely not least, this is Leroy 2015 Ford F150, completely bone stock. It is the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. I know, Some of you guys hate the EcoBoost. Some of you guys love the EcoBoost. It is what it is. Before Leroy, I had a 1-ton diesel, an F350, an older one, a 99 with the 7.3 Power Stroke. We got rid of our camper, and I couldn't really justify having a 1-ton pickup anymore. So I got Leroy, and I went with an EcoBoost because I still needed to pull stuff. And that's what Leroy's for. He's the workhorse, hauls stuff, pulls trailers. Been a pretty solid rig. I've had Leroy for probably 3 years now. EcoBoost has plenty of power. It is a gas hog when it's pulling, but that's to be expected. I named Leroy after my uncle. As long as I can remember, he always drove a F-150. So yeah, that does it. That's all of the vehicles in the fleet currently. Until the next video, you know what they say.
Thanks for watching the video.
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to my dad's channel.